Hello everyone, myself Samatha, Assistant Professor, Aditya Institute of Management Studies welcomes you to the session. The objectives of the session are understanding the meaning of research, objectives of research and types of research. Research meaning. Research is a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a particular topic or phenomenon. According to Clifford Oddy, research is a systematic process, consists of defining problem, formulation of hypothesis, collection and analysis of data to draw some meaningful conclusions and assessing whether they fit the formulated hypothesis. In simple words, the purpose of research is to find answers for questions. Objectives of research. The main objective of the research is to know the hidden facts about a phenomenon. They are broadly classified into four. Research is done to gain familiarity with a phenomena, that is, becoming familiar or knowing a topic or a subject or a person or about a person which we have no knowledge or very little knowledge. It is done to describe the characteristics of a particular individual, situation or a group. Here, the researcher would like to study and answer the questions like who, what, when and how, etc. Research is also done to determine the frequency with which something occurs and how it affects other variables. It is also done to test a hypothesis of a causal relationship between variables. It helps the researcher to assess whether the underlying assumptions are true or false by establishing a relationship between variables. Types of research. There are several types of research such as pure and applied research, descriptive and analytical research, qualitative and quantitative research, conceptual and empirical research, exploratory and explanatory research. Now we will discuss in detail. Basic or pure research, also known as fundamental research. It is carried out for knowledge expansion. Pure research is useful when the researcher wants to advance in a specific field such as mathematics or to study human behavior with formulation of theory or adding value to existing scientific knowledge through new applications and concepts. It involves in developing and testing theories and hypotheses that are challenging in nature. For example, to make generalization about human behavior or an experiment to determine a simple fact. Applied research helps in studying real-life problems. The purpose of this research is to provide immediate solutions for real-life problems. Thus, it refers to the study that helps to solve practical problems faced by an individual, business and society by applying scientific methods. It is very helpful to draw conclusions confronting a social or business problem. For example, finding a specific cure for a disease, social, economic and political trends that affect an organization, market research and evaluation research conducted by business organizations is also an example for applied research. Descriptive research. It is a research that describes the characteristics of an individual, a group or a situation or a problem or a phenomena through systematic study. When we adopt a descriptive research in social science or business research, it is called as ex post facto research, where the researcher seeks to measure items such as studying frequency of shopping, preferences of people, etc. Descriptive research consists of surveys and fact-finding inquiries of various kinds. The major reason to carry out descriptive research is describing the state of affairs as it exists at present. The main feature of this method is that the researcher does not have control over the variables. The researcher can only report things like what has happened or what is happening. Analytical research. Analytical research is done based on available information or facts. The researcher will critically evaluate and analyze the available material to draw some meaningful conclusions. The analytical study focuses mainly on identifying the cause and effect relationship of variables. Let us understand the difference between descriptive and analytical research. For example, if one wants to study the fluctuations or trends in Indian international trade balance for a particular period, say during 2011 to 2020 March, it is called as the descriptive research. Whereas, why and how these fluctuations are moving in a particular trend is an analytical study. Qualitative research. As the name implies, qualitative research involves the study of aspects related to quality or kind. It helps to create in-depth understanding of problems or issues in their natural settings. It explores the problem without quantifying the data. Qualitative research is more applicable in behavioral science, which helps to understand the human behavior by studying the underlying motives and desires of human beings. For example, marketing research conducted to collect the data regarding consumer preferences and choices by analyzing their purchasing behavior. Opinion or attitude research is also an example for qualitative study, like how they feel or what they think about an organization, etc. Focus group and in-depth interviews, photoethnography are suitable methods for this type of research. Quantitative research. Quantitative research is based on measurement of quantity or amount. Here the data is expressed in terms of quantity. The kind of research is helpful to determine the extent of problem or issue by quantifying the variation among variables. It is very helpful to understand the depth of the phenomena as it establishes the cause and effect relationship between variables. For example, research carried out to know the sales of various shampoo brands for a certain period, say month-wise or quarter-wise, etc. The appropriate data collection methods are personal or telephonic interviews and surveys using questionnaires. Under this type of research, the data can be presented in form of tables, charts and graphs and can be analyzed using all statistical methods. Conceptual research. Conceptual research is related to some abstract ideas or theory. It is mostly used by thinkers and philosophers to develop new concepts or to reinterpret existing ones. Empirical research. It relies on the observation or experience. It is data-based research coming up with conclusions which are capable of being verified by observation or experiment. It is also known as experimental research, which flows in a systematic manner in which the researcher manipulates one or more variables, controls them and measures the changes in other variables. These kind of studies are taken up when a researcher wants to identify cause and effect relationships between defined variables. Works get enough facts to prove or disprove the hypothesis set. Exploratory research. As the name implies, it intends to explore the research questions. It does not give conclusive or final solutions for the problems, but it explores the research topic at different levels. Exploratory research tackles new problems on which no research has been done or very little research is done. It provides a basis for conclusive research. It will help in making of research designs, sampling methodology and data collection for further research. Explanatory research. Exploratory research, also known as casual research, which is conducted to understand the effect of changes in existing standard procedures. In general, this type of research is conducted through experiments. For example, a study conducted to understand the effect of rebranding on customer loyalty. Thank you.